Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on One Rovers Vlogs. Thank you for joining as ever. And in this video I'm going to be talking about the appointment of new manager Ben Garner, who joins Bristol Rovers on a 2.5-year contract. 39-year-old has previous experience as being a coach, first team coach and assistant manager, but not as manager. But a lot of the fans and myself are very happy with the appointment. I think it's going to be a really good, challenge to see, what he can do. I've watched his interview already, and he sounds, like a really positive bloke. Really wants to do well with the club, and hopefully it's, good for the club, and hopefully we can progress even further than we already have done. Obviously, Rovers already sitting high in the league, fourth in the league, doing really well, unbeaten in 12, only 2 defeats in 22 games. And he said in his interview he just wants to win games, no matter if it's against a really good side away from home. He's not going to go there and sit for a point. He wants to win games first and foremost. And that, as a fan, sounds really positive, and hopefully it's, really good. And, hopefully he can do really well at the club. His previous experience, he's been coach at Palace for a very long time. He's worked with the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Wilfried Zaha, Nathaniel Klein, Victor Moses. He also said in his interview he knows Josh Hare as well. He was at Palace as a youngster, and also Tony Craig was there as well. So it's good that he knows a few players already. He also said in the interview he just wants to obviously see how the players get on, and he, all he wants is, 100% effort, like any fan and manager, wants to see in his players, and hopefully he can get the best out of them. He's a very good coach. A lot of good people have spoken highly of him. Ricky Lambert as well said about him when he was at West Brom that he's a really good coach, works well with players, has a good understanding, good communication as well. He's worked with the likes of Ian Holloway, Tony Pulis, Alan Pardew, Neil Warnock. He was also mentored by Jose Mourinho in 2014 when he was completing his UEFA Pro licence. So he knows a lot of big names. He's worked under a lot of big people, and hopefully that experience can bring with him to Bristol Rovers, and I'm very happy with the appointment. The CEO, Martin Staines, said Ben was the outstanding candidate of the role and someone who really stood out during the interview process, and we're delighted that he has agreed terms to become the manager. It was a meticulous process undertaken in order to find a replacement for Graham Coughlin, and we are confident that we have found the right manager to progress the club moving forward. Like they said, he's got a wealth of experience as well, and hopefully, he can bring it to the club. Hopefully, I'm sure the fans will get behind him. Obviously, his first game is going to be on Boxing Day, where we face AFC Wimbledon at home. The match preview will be coming out later on for that, and for the Fleetwood game on the 29th. But yeah, hopefully, it's a really good, thing that's happening for the club. He's got a really good, record of improving players, working with young players, helping them develop. Obviously, at Rovers, there's a lot of, good young players, under 18s, under 21s, 23s, and that's obviously coming to the first team, the likes of Alfie Kilgore and Roland Mayanesi, who've already been, and shown that they're really quality players, and hopefully we can keep a hold of them. Also, you've got the likes of Luca Tomlinson, Hall, Hargreaves as well, Kieran Phillips, a striker, been doing really well for the under-18s as well. And yeah, there's a really good pathway at the club. Hopefully we can keep developing the players, and he is the man that will bring these players, into the first team picture, and that's really good signs. Obviously, he said about the recruitment, he said, whoever he does bring in, there'll be really big characters, that's going to help benefit the club, and hopefully he can get a few in, 1 or 2, maybe even more. It depends who we get rid of as well. Obviously, I think Kyle Bennett is one that we'll get rid of. Hasn't really been featuring. He could feature under, the new manager, Ben Garner, but, he's on very high wages, and I think a lot be the fans that would like him to go as well, to free up some wages and bring in some players. Also he said he has a great record of working with young players, and we are keen for the close ties between the first team and academy to expand it further. As part of the discussions with Ben around the role and shared expectations, we have devised a plan to ensure that the good work achieved during the first half of the season is continued into the new year, with a collective vision of helping the club push for the highest league finishes possible. So yeah, hopefully, it's only good things that's going to come, even more than it already has done. Obviously, Rovers doing really well in the league, and hopefully we can keep carrying the club forward, and hopefully it's going to be a really good appointment. I wish Ben Garner all the best. He's going to have the club's backing, have the fans backing as well, and hopefully, we can do well. The likes of Lee Mansell, Tucker, Mayer as well are going to be staying at the club with the new manager, Garner. So hopefully, like he said in his interview as well, he's not going to change nothing. He's going to leave it a bit and see, what the players have already done. He already knows that, there's a lot of really good characters in the dressing room, really good team spirit. So he said there's pointless changing it straight away. He's going to gradually, impose what he wants to do from the club, and hopefully it's going to be a really good season. Hopefully we can achieve something good at the club. He said as well he wants to do as well as he can in all competitions, FA Cup, still in that against Coventry, the Leasing.com trophy. He said, it'd be a good chance to get silverware, which I agree with as well. Even though it's not, the most important thing, it'd still be good, to keep that winning mentality going in all competitions, and especially the league. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be really good for the club. And yeah, it starts on Boxing Day. Obviously, my opinion on it is, like I said, I think it's a really good appointment. Even though he's not been manager of the club, he's worked under great, successors, the likes of Mourinho, Pulis, Pardew, Neil Warnock, all got good experiences, and Ian Holloway as well. Obviously, I said start of the week when Graham Coughlin did leave to go to Mansell that I would like Ian Holloway or maybe Hargreaves or Mansell, but it is Garner, and I'm really happy with it. He's a young manager. There's lots of situations now going on in football where coaches are, getting the managers' jobs, and I think it's going to be a really good appointment for the club, and hopefully it's just more good things to come. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Leave your opinions in the comments down below. Make sure you do like the video if you did enjoy. Also subscribe if you're new. I'm only 11 away from 450 subscribers, so it'd be much appreciated if you can help and support the channel. And thank you for the support shown since I've started this channel in the summer. It's been really, appreciated. All the comments, all the likes, the shares, and hopefully, it's going to continue on into the near future. And hope you all have a good Christmas. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you on the next video, which will be my Fleetwood and AFC Wimbledon match preview. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good Christmas.